What's going on, guys? It's Michael back with Men's Elevation, and today I'm going to be discussing something that I posted over on my Instagram at Men's Elevation. Last week I made this post about something that I've personally struggled with, and it's something that I think will help you as much as it helped me. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to get right into what I have to talk about. So I'm going to start this video by saying we all face tough personal dilemmas in our life. I don't know what you're going through now, but I do know that each and every one of us will face something that will require a tough decision to be made. And what I've realized is that these decisions that appear to be the most difficult are typically something that involve a sacrifice. And for example, let's say you have a problem in a relationship and a relationship needs to be ended in your life. You need to sacrifice that person. You need to stop talking to them in order to move on and become better. This is a decision that requires a very tough sacrifice because you're comfortable and used to the person, but you need to move on. And that's why it's so difficult. Another thing could be a bad habit, a bad addictive behavior that you have, something that is comforting in the moment, but you know is destructive. It requires a sacrifice. It requires you to sacrifice the habit in order to move on. The solution requires a sacrifice. And what I noticed in myself is that when I was facing these tough dilemmas, I would try my best to find a solution that does not require the necessary sacrifice. And, the brain is very good at convincing yourself that you're not just rationalizing. You're not, you're right. Maybe you don't have to end that relationship. Maybe you don't have to quit that habit. Maybe you can just do it in moderation, or maybe you could just stop talking to this person as much. And you find the solutions. I know you know what I mean when you know something needs to be done, but because it's such a difficult and bold decision, you try to ease your way out of it. And so I noticed that I had this tendency in myself. What was the solution? I did a lot of thinking about how do I actually approach these problems in my life without getting too trapped and caught up in my own personal bias and my own avoidance of discomfort. And so I figured out a very simple question to ask yourself, and I've discerned that this is the only way to overcome this type of bias. And it's to ask yourself this: if my best friend was going through this same problem, what would I tell them to do? This is such a powerful question because what it does is it cuts through all of the bullshit and all of the personal bias that you have attached to the situation. I'd like for you to picture it like this. Imagine you're in the problem, you're in the issue, and you're trying to find the solution. By asking yourself, what would I tell my best friend to do? It removes yourself from the situation, and now you're viewing it from a bird's eye view. You're viewing it from someone who is simply trying to find the best solution, rather than the personal bias the rationalization, all of that gets removed when you ask this question. What would I tell my best friend to do? And since you care about your best friend, you're going to decide what is best to do in this situation rather than what is easy. When we're trying to solve the problem on our own, it's very natural to do the things that require the least amount of discomfort and to try and find a solution that does not require us to face that discomfort. However, by asking what would I tell my best friend to do, you solve the problem and you solve it in the best way rather than what is easy. It might be a very tough thing to do to cut a person from your life. It might be a very difficult thing to quit a bad habit. However, if you were to be unbiased, if you were to remove yourself and all the bullshit you could tell yourself from that, what would be the best solution? I want you to take this question into your life. Do what is best, not what is easy. And even if you don't act right away, even if you're not able to make that decision this moment, at least do not lie to yourself. Do not ever dilute the solution. Do not bullshit what needs to be done. Know what needs to be done. Even if you don't do it in that moment, do not deceive yourself. By being honest and telling yourself the truth, you'll be able to act in better and better ways moving forward. I do not want you to lie to yourself about a situation. I want you to solve things in the best way. Not the easy way, not the way that is not requiring you to make certain sacrifices. You need to do things in the best way, solve problems the best way, because that way you're going to make the most positive improvements in your life, and you're going to get closer and closer and closer to your personal potential. That's what needs to be done. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I originally posted about this idea over on my Instagram at Men's Elevation. Go follow me on there. I'm posting daily content on there. We have book reviews, gratitude, daily posts, all stuff that's going to keep you motivated, keep you grounded, and keep you inspired on your journey. Like the video if you found some value, guys. I appreciate the likes and support so much, guys. The simple things, just like the video, show me that you're finding value and gaining some insights in these videos. It means so much to me, guys. Comment down below, comment your ideas. Let me know what you thought of the video. Did you agree with some of the stuff I said? Did something strike you? Let me know what you think of the video. Comment down below. Subscribe, guys. Join the Elevation Nation. We're growing strong, guys. My goal is 500 subscribers. We're growing this community strong, a strong community of brothers growing and elevating to our potential. So like, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay elevated.